A delicate cake for any occasion that will impress everyone. It's incredibly easy to make. Start by preparing the base. In a large bowl, add 2 eggs, a pinch of salt, and 3/4 cup of sugar. Beat on high speed for about 5 minutes. Then add 1 tablespoon of honey and mix again. Next, add 1½ tablespoons of melted butter and 2 tablespoons of milk. Sift in ½ cup of flour and 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. Mix until smooth. Pour the batter into a round baking pan lined with parchment paper and bake for 25 minutes at 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's prepare the crepe batter. Sift 1½ cups of flour and 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Add a pinch of salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Mix well. Then add 3 eggs and 1 cup of warm milk, stirring continuously. Pour in 2/3 cup of warm water and strain the batter through a sieve to remove lumps. Finally, add 3 tablespoons of liquid honey and 2 tablespoons of oil. Mix thoroughly and let the batter rest, covered, for about 20 minutes. Next, prepare the cream filling. In a bowl, combine 1 cup of cream cheese, 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, and 2/3 cup of thick Greek yogurt. Mix well. In another bowl, whip 1 cup of heavy cream with 1/3 cup of powdered sugar until thick. Combine both mixtures and add 1½ tablespoons of liquid honey. Spread a thin layer of cream on each crepe and fold in half. Add another layer of cream and fold in half again. Cover the folded crepes with more cream on top. Spread cream over the baked cake base. Roll 4 crepes into tubes and place them in the center of the cake. Arrange the remaining crepes around them to create walls. Refrigerate the cake overnight for the best results. Dust the top with powdered sugar and it's ready. The result is truly stunning. The cake looks beautiful and tastes even better. Each slice is soft, fluffy, and full of flavor. You have to try it. All you have to do is add the cookies to boiling water. You will no longer spend money on a sweet buffet. Take a pan. Pour 400 milliliters of water into it. Also add 30 grams of butter. Bring the water and butter to a boil. When this next, drop cookies into it. To be more precise, 200 grams of cookies you need for this dessert. The cookies will become soft after a while. Stir them from time to time until they soak up all the water from the butter. A mass with a smooth consistency will be formed. Put the mass into a bowl, then add 50 grams of walnut flour. Also pour in 20 grams of sugar. Mix everything carefully. It is best to do this with your hands. Then you will create the perfect consistency for making balls. From the mixture, create several or even a dozen balls. Their number depends on the size you give them. Leave the balls on the baking tray. Now in the pot, prepare the chocolate glaze. Then take the balls and put them in the topping, after which set them on the tin. Repeat the activity to each ball. They are almost ready. All you need to do is decorate them with your favorite toppings. I used raspberries and coconut shavings. The dessert is now ready. It tastes best with a cup of coffee. Your guests will love them. Put the walnuts in boiling water. Everyone should know this holiday trick. Start with about ½ kilogram of walnuts in their shells. Place a pan or pot on the stove, add the walnuts, cover them with boiling water, and cook for 10 minutes, stirring to make sure they cook evenly. Then, drain and let them cool. Once cooled, you can easily crack them by hand. Boiling makes walnuts easy to crack, and you'll get whole pieces without needing a nutcracker. You can also use a small knife to split the shells, ensuring the nut remains intact. After cracking all the walnuts, select 12 of the best pieces and set them aside. Chop the rest and transfer them to a large bowl. Add 4 tablespoons of shredded coconut and 6 tablespoons of honey, mixing until smooth. Grease your hands and form balls from the mixture, flattening them into rounds. This should yield 12 portions. Melt a bar of white chocolate in a double boiler. Prepare a muffin tray with paper liners and add a bit of chocolate to each. Chill until set. Place the walnut rounds onto the hardened chocolate and gently press. Then, melt 2 bars of dark chocolate, spread it over each walnut cookie, and let it set. Garnish with the reserved walnut pieces and shredded coconut. These no-bake walnut cookies are ready to enjoy. Easy to make and delicious. What's your favorite nut-based cookie? Here's a method for storing bananas that can keep them for up to 2 years. Rub the bananas with baking soda using a damp brush to remove dirt and residues. Rinse them under running water, and then pat them dry with a paper towel. Slice the first banana and discard the ends. Do the same with the remaining bananas. Cut 1 bell pepper. I used a sweet one, but you can choose a hot one if you prefer. Prepare a large clean jar. Mine is just under 3 liters. Add 3 bay leaves, a few garlic cloves, some pepper, 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds, and 2 teaspoons of dill seeds. Add a pinch of dried chili flakes. Omit if using hot pepper. Add a few mustard seeds. Begin layering the banana slices in the jar. Once the bottom is covered, add some pieces of bell pepper and continue layering the bananas. Add 4 teaspoons of sugar and 6 teaspoons of salt. Pour in 10 teaspoons of vinegar and fill the jar with water. Seal it tightly. Place a cloth in the bottom of a pot, bring water to a boil, and then place the jar in the pot. Boil covered for 10 minutes. After that, you can remove the jar and it's ready. The bananas in the jar can be stored in your pantry for up to 2 years. This coffee is a smash hit on the internet. I will show in detail how to make it. Start by preparing the ingredients. You will need 1 tablespoon of instant coffee and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Take a bowl, pour these ingredients into it and mix thoroughly. Then add about 2 tablespoons of warm water to the coffee and sugar mixture in the bowl. Now the fun begins, which is whisking. Place a fine sieve over the bowl and hold it steady. Energetically whisk the mixture of coffee, sugar, and water through the strainer. This process will take a few minutes, so be patient, and continue whisking until the mixture becomes foamy and creamy. Once your coffee mixture is light and fluffy, it's time to prepare the glass. Fill a tall glass with ice cubes. Pour cold milk or water over the ice, filling the glass to more than half its height. Then gently spoon the whipped coffee foam over the milk or water in the glass. The coffee foam will float beautifully on the surface of the liquid, creating a pleasant contrast. Serve immediately with a straw or stirring spoon. Adjust the sweetness by changing the amount of sugar according to your taste. This method is not only easy, but also allows you to control the strength and sweetness of the drink. You can also add a pinch of cinnamon and enjoy a delicious coffee.